Welcome to this episode of Sustainability Karma. I'm your host Naina Gautam, and joining us today is Mr. Simon Stiell, Executive Secretary of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
With geopolitical and economic crisis overshadowing climate change, how are you bringing climate action back to the top of the global agenda? And what role can India play?
Well, first of all, we seem to be in a situation where we can only handle one crisis at a time, whether that is a pandemic, a financial crisis, whether it is war, conflict. The reality is that regardless of whatever crisis we're dealing with, the climate crisis continues to persist. It does not wait for whether this is where this lies within that political agenda. What we're doing as far as the UNFCCC process is concerned, as far as UN convening is concerned, I think we have demonstrated over the last 10 years, before Paris, after Paris, the impact that we have had in terms of addressing the crisis before Paris. The world was on a trajectory of 5 degrees, upwards of 5 degrees of heating, which would be absolute chaos for humanity. We're now down to about half of that, still far from where we need to be. But what we're demonstrating is the process, the direction is right, and the process is leading that. The issue that we have is speed, and that speed speaks to implementation and the need for us to accelerate implementation. And this year's COP should be all about implementation.
So you talked about implementation. So what are the major implementation gaps?
It is about delivery. At the heart of implementation is finance. Finance is both the enabler and disabler of climate action and implementation. So the need for financial commitments to be met in support of developing countries is absolutely essential. What we're seeing in other areas, such as electrification, the transition to renewables, where there are established commercial cases, we are seeing rapid acceleration and strong investment there. So last year we saw $2 trillion invested in renewables versus $1 trillion in fossil fuels. So we're seeing the direction we're headed is right. It needs to be accelerated.
All right. So if climate solutions already exist, what are your top 3 priorities for delivering climate action at the speed and scale required?
So I think the first thing, in terms of priorities, every country determines its priorities, and those are reflected in their climate plans. The area of electrification is certainly one area where we are seeing accelerated action, which also speaks to decarbonization. And the second area is building greater resilience as we adapt to these changing climate conditions. And the third comes back to finance. Finance is that core enabler that will help accelerate both that transition and the resilience building.
You have called India a solar powerhouse. How can India serve as an example for other emerging countries?
Well, I think just looking at the incredible progress that's been made here, you've seen the rate of renewables deployment. You've seen the cost of the energy costs from renewables, the lowest within the world. So what India is demonstrating in very, very clear terms, can be used as examples for others to take that lead, whether it is through government policy, clear direction as to where the country is heading, support for its private sector in the delivery of its solutions, and how others can take examples from that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Simon Stiell, for such an insightful conversation. This is Naina Gautam signing off for Sustainability Karma.
We hope you like this program. We look forward to your feedback on our WhatsApp number 9818120554. For participation in this program, write to us at sustainability.karma@gmail.com. Looking forward to meet you again at the same time next week with a new episode and a new guest. Till then, goodbye from all of us. Sustainability Karma.